Dale Earnhardt Sr. is often referred to as one of the greatest race car drivers that has ever participated in the sport of racing, and had a great impact on the rules and regulations of the sport during his time. This impact is still prevalent with the rules, regulations, and safety changes that have been made after his death. According to Lars Anderson, a correspondent for Sports Illustrated, Earnhardt's death sparked a revolution in racing safety. I can pretty much guarantee you that I wouldn't be alive today if not for the advancements that came about because of Earnhardt's death, says driver Greg Biffle. As safer barriers, the car of tomorrow, and head and neck restraining devices all were implemented or mandated in the wake of his crash. Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s death not only sparked an uprising to the sport of racing, but to the safety measures that had to be taken to keep future drivers safe. Ever since the death of Dale Earnhardt Sr. in 2001, there have not been any other deaths or significant injuries in NASCAR. But according to Mike Hembry, a correspondent for Fox Sports and Speed, Earnhardt's death was the last in a series of 4 fatal accidents that cut NASCAR to its core. Adam Petty, grandson of the sport's legendary king, Richard Petty, died in a crash at New Hampshire Motor Speedway in May of 2000. 2 months later, Kenny Irwin Jr. lost his life in a similar accident at the same facility. In October of the same year, Tony Roper was killed in a Truck Series race at Texas Motor Speedway. Since February of 2001, NASCAR has gone through some amazing transformations regarding safety. The HANS device, which stands for Head and Neck Restraint, was one of the biggest improvements that was made permanent for all drivers to wear in 2002. Dale Sr. died of whiplash, which would have been prevented if they would have had the HANS device. The next improvement that was made was the design of the safer barrier. They have been added to all racetracks and have lessened the impact of hundreds of crashes. The last improvement that was made due to the death of Dale Sr. was the full-face helmets that were made mandatory in the 2005 season. This was one of the major changes that some drivers were reluctant to abandon the open-face helmets, which was surprising since Dale Sr. died wearing one. All of these safety measures that have been taken since the death of Dale Sr. have had an impact on many drivers in the sport. According to Mike Hembry, in April of 2009, Carl Edward flips and sails into the outside catch fence at Talladega as he tries, unsuccessfully, to hold off Brad Keselowski at the race finish. Edwards jumps from the battered car and, to get a laugh, runs across the finish line unhurt. One other potentially fatal crash happened in August of 2010. Elliott Sadler went head-on into an inside wall at Pocono Motor Speedway, and the impact ripped his engine out of his car. There were no injuries with this crash at Pocono, and Sadler walked away from the crash unharmed. Dale Earnhardt Sr. was and still is a legend, but not only for his racing ability. He is also known for the revolution of safety in the racing community, and his memory will continue to live on, and more safety changes will be made due to his passing. We lost a legend, but gained more lives because of his death. For more information, head over to NASCAR.com and read The Legacy. Thank you.